Boker Magnum Bowie style pocket folding knife. 25 bucks off Amazon.com. You can get it even cheaper than that some places, sometimes. Given the price and the size with an almost 4-inch long blade, I didn't have the greatest of high hopes for this thing, to be honest. It just looked really cool, especially with that handle. First impressions are very, very good. Much better than I expected. The build quality feels pretty good. It has a really nice balance in the hand. Much better than I expected. Fits my hand very nicely. It's difficult for me to see Bowie in this with the design because of the milled out areas here and the lack of any finger guards. They have a very generous indent here for your index finger, but Bowie knives generally, that's the big thing. You only always have the finger guards, but this is a folder, and it does have a Bowie-ish knife, main blade style, so that's not bad. But yeah, it really does feel good in the hand, and that handle is so long, it gives me a lot of control. All of this milling back here gives just a little bit of texture that allows my flesh to kind of get bitten into just a little bit to get a good grab no matter where I hold this. I can hold this all the way back here for chopping, and in fact I did do a little bit of just quick chopping test on a very limited area of the blade to test out its durability a bit, because it is 440A. But yeah, I was holding it from back here to get some good chops in, and it actually felt respectable. This feels nice. It's not spring assisted, but it's very easy to deploy with a single hand, very easy. Nice smooth action in there at the pivot. I did completely re-profile the blade. I didn't like the angle that it was cut at initially, the edge, and it was too steep and it was different on one side than the other, but I was able to work it down. They call it 440A, but after I tested it, if it is 440A, it's phenomenally well hardened better than other things that call themselves 440A. I might have gotten lucky with this one, but if this is the norm for this knife, then this is a pretty good one to get amongst the Magnums in particular from Boker, which tend to be, the cheaper. It is outright their cheaper line to try to compete with cheaper brands. But yeah, the metal is actually quite good, and it has held its edge nicely, including the areas where I was chopping with it. It didn't relax weeks after I sharpened it down. I'm just very, very happy with this one. It looks nice, it feels good, and the blade seems to be pretty cool as well. Just like I said, watch the local regulations for carry, because the blade is almost 4 inches long. So yeah, just make sure that you know your local laws about that. And I don't think it's going to be legal to concealed carry without a license most places, but yeah, know your laws always before carrying anything weapon-like. But as for this knife, I am happy with it, especially for the price.